No way. Are you kidding me?
Welcome to the Basquatch Hunter, Fish Out of Water.
Fish on.
We share our love for fishing with our guests, and then we show off what they do, making us both a fish out of water. A Basquatch isn't just a big fish. It's an elusive adventure you have yet to take. In this show, we all chased our dreams, but now we will chase our Basquatch.
You're watching the Basquatch Hunter, Fish Out of Water.
In this episode, we link up with Chris Fry from DMF Bait Company right here in Waterford, Michigan. Now, as a fisherman, I'm used to handling worms and fishing with them, but I never really knew where they came from. So today, after a fun day of fishing, we're gonna get our hands a little bit dirty and see how all the worms make it from the ground to the cup.
Hey guys, it's Mike McKinstry, host of the Basquatch Hunter, Fish Out of Water.
Hi, I'm Chris Fry. I'm co-owner of DMF Bait Company.
So today we're going fishing, which is kind of in your element because you work with worms.
Yep, that's correct. DMF Bait, we are the world's largest live bait distributor.
So you fished off docks before, but you haven't been in the kayaks before.
This will be my first time, Mike.
And is this your first time seeing kayaks with pedal drives too?
Yep, first time.
All right, so
yes.
we're gonna get him in the kayaks, get him out of his element a little bit, but we're gonna have one familiar item too. Chris brought some worms in here today, and we're gonna be fishing with the world's best worms here. So what do we have here?
What we have here today, Mike, is Canadian nightcrawler. We have the big red worm, and then a fast up-and-coming item is the garlic Canadian nightcrawler.
So we got some garlic scented worms, we got some big red worms, and then we have some good old Canadian nightcrawlers.
That's correct.
So we're gonna see which one catches the most fish today, and I think we're gonna have a little friendly competition to see who can get the most fish today.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
All right, so let's go hit the water and have some fun. But after this, we're gonna head to the worm factory at DMF Bait Company and show you guys how these got to be in the cups. When I first started this career, I really wanted to share how cool kayak fishing was. That's how it all started. But what it did for me was it allowed me to follow my dreams and chase my passion. And I really want to inspire other people to do the same thing. Just try something new, meet someone new, and find your own adventure and chase your dreams.
First time fishing on a kayak, I'm actually really not nervous. It's more excitement than anything because I love fishing and I always do it on a dock. So this will be a new experience for me.
You're in the Feel Free Moken 10 pedal drive kayak. I'm in the Feel Free Moken 12. What's your first impression? What do you think?
First impression is absolutely awesome. So I'm used to being in kayaks, but obviously kayaks that you use the oar all the time.
Yeah.
But to actually use your feet, you move so fast and you can actually turn on a dime.
Yep.
So we paddled from there to here, I'm not tired at all.
We're using FX Custom Rods Extreme Carbon Series, our new series they came out with. These retail only like $109 for the rods. Kind of beginner entry level stuff because I wanted to bring it back to the basics. We're doing worms and bobbers today, kind of where we all started at one point in our lives.
Yep, exactly.
Let's get some fish.
All right, perfect.
Today we're going back to the basics like we all did when we were kids. We're starting with worms and bobbers and let's see what we can catch. Well, one thing about fishing with a bobber, it reminds you about the patience of fishing too. So it's a lot of waiting, but it kind of reminds you about why we all started this in the first place. It's all, being in nature, finding something that's more relaxing, and we're not sitting in an office somewhere being stressed out at work. We're out here enjoying the peace and we're on the water.
It's nice to be on the lake, bobber fishing. It's just a great way to take a break from reality. Hopefully we'll have a good competition today between Mike and I.
Every time that bobber moves, I get a big rush of adrenaline. I forget about the wind, I forget about the cold, and I'm just excited for a fish. Fish on! Fish on! Oh no!
Oh, you had him.
Oh! Man, the fish really love these worms, but they don't like my hook. That bobber went straight down, like it didn't even swim, it didn't like peck at it. Oh my gosh.
I haven't gotten any bites yet, but I'm seeing Mike is getting some bites, so I know that mine are right around the corner.
I got the adrenaline rush of a fish catch, just no fish catch.
I'm gonna cast in that area.
I need to check my hook now because I think I lost my worm. All right, I got a new worm on after that really good bite I had. These are garlicky, they smell. The worms are still healthy and alive, so I think we're gonna have some good luck here. So the clouds are moving in, the wind is picking up. We're gonna have to move into the canals and some of the bays on this lake and get some cover from the wind, and hopefully our fish will be there waiting for us.
It was sunny, we didn't have any luck, but as soon as the clouds came in, we started to get some bites.
Come on, still biting. It's swimming. I set the hook perfectly. The bobber started bouncing up and down and went straight underwater, and I got my first fish. Fish on.
Nice, good job, Mike.
There we go, look at that.
Very nice.
Garlic worm for the win.
Garlic 1, regular 0.
I guess it's a good thing that they make these garlic scented worms because This cold water fishing out here makes it really tough for these fish to find the bait. Look at the colors on that, beautiful coloring. These garlic scented worms from DMF were a huge hit. The scent trail brought the fish right to the bait. We got our first little bluegill of the day. Not bad.
Mike caught his first fish, and that gave me a lot of hope. Now it's my turn.
High quality worms produce high quality fish.
Only the best, Mike. Only the best.
The Basquatch Hunter Fish Out of Water is brought to you by Amerigas Propane, Yak Attack, DMF Bait Co, FX Custom Rods, Feel Free Kayaks, Zotford and Deals in the D.com, Berkeley Fishing, Abu Garcia. Produced by Basquatch Productions. Stay tuned for more fishing.
I look over and I see Chris's bobber moving. He's getting excited. I hope he gets his first fish. You got this, Chris. Hopefully it's a monster.
I hope so too.
Give it a pull, give it a pull.
He's there.
Oh,
There we go.
how does it keep on coming on?
I have no clue. Mike's trying to encourage me by saying that the bobber is moving because I'm getting bites, but really I think it's just the ripples of the water.
Dude, I just put that thing right underneath that dock too. Well, Chris didn't get one yet, but my bobber danced first. I got a second fish. There we go. You
Nice.
see that bobber just drop straight down?
Yep. Oh, nice.
It's a little guy, but they fight hard in the wintertime. Oh, look at that. Another nice bluegill. And I still got the same worm, look at that. Man, when you pull that fish out of the water, you can feel how cold that water is. All right, fish number 2, same worm. Got those garlic worms from DMF. We'll get them back in the water and hopefully we can get some more. So towards the end of the day, the sun started peeking out. The wind is dying down a little bit. We're in a good spot with good coverage. So we shortened our leaders a little bit, lowered those bobbers down, and hopefully Chris gets a fish.
After Mike got his second fish, it's Mike 2, Chris 0. I thought this would be more of a competition.
I don't know, maybe double check your worm again and then
Yeah,
cast
I'm
back.
going to. No, it's still there.
That's almost more
God.
frustrating now.
So I got a few bites, got excited, and I recast it to the same dock. I'm finally getting a solid bite, and I think I finally have this one hooked.
There you go, there you go.
Come on, buddy.
Pull it, you got him.
Got him.
There you go, fish on.
Yep, fish on. Here we go. Nice.
Well, I caught a few fish already, but seeing Chris get his first fish in the kayak brought the energy back, made us all feel warm again, and I think he's hooked.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Here we go. Yep. Mwah.
There you go, you got a fish.
Yes, that was fantastic. I'm glad I used DMF Bait worms for this. Nice to finally catch fish on the kayak.
Yeah, a lot
It
easier
really
to
is.
find them. Good job on your fish, Chris. Now you can consider yourself a kayak fisherman.
Here we go. This is sweet.
I wish that sun would just come out and stay out. You know, these fish are small, but they fight hard in this cold weather like this, and your adrenaline gets pumping, and you almost forget that it's getting cold outside right now. Look at that, yes. I'm telling you, these garlic worms. Yeah, this whole episode is gonna be about how good garlic worms are. There you go, fish number 3. The garlic worms are winning today. It doesn't matter if they're big, a fish is a fish. Well, we had an awesome time on the water. Thank you for coming out kayak fishing with me. What did you think of the kayaks?
Oh, absolutely awesome. It's amazing with the kayaks how you can like basically stop and turn on a dime and go into areas of the lake where you're not able to go when you're in a boat. It's absolutely awesome.
So now we get to go into your world and get dirty with worms like we just did, but in a different way. So how do you think I'm gonna do in your world?
You know what, I think you'll be shocked or pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's gonna be very wormy, I'm assuming.
Sure, wormy, yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna head over to his world and we're gonna go check out the worm factory. You guys gotta follow along and see how the worms end up in our kayaks.
Overall, great day. It's nice to get out on the lake and go fishing. Now I can't wait to bring Mike into my world.
with more outdoor adventure.
Well, I've grew up in this area my entire life, and little did I know that right in my own backyard, one of the largest worm factories in the world is right here in Waterford, Michigan. So I'm gonna go in and tour the place, I'm gonna meet the other owners, and get my hands dirty.
I had a great time with Mike being in his world on the water, but now Mike's in my world.
Well, I walked into DMF Bait Company. First thing I noticed is all the furniture is made out of wooden worms. So definitely in the right place. How you doing, Chris?
Hey Mike, how are you?
Good. Good to see you again.
Really a long time no see, huh?
Yeah, out of my element here.
Yes, you are.
And I feel like we're gonna get into something dirty here.
So first off, Mike, I appreciate you showing me your world. Now you're in my world.
Yep.
And I'm gonna show you the entire process of how we get all the worms into those cups. So
Okay.
let's go in the back room.
All right, sounds
cool.
good.
DMF Bait, we started in 1977. It was 3 school teachers here in Michigan.
The company started in a windowless building in Pontiac. Now we're on a 7-acre campus that consists of 8 different buildings and warehouses.
A family business, you get to do what you love, you get to be part of something your family built. We're all very proud of what we've accomplished here, and we hope to carry it on forever.
Here at DMF Bait.
Our worms catch fish.
Or die trying.
Okay, Mike, like you said, you're in my world now. This operation right here is our worm packing operation. I want you to meet Dan Bodewine. So,
Okay.
Dan,
Hey, Dan.
Mike, how you doing?
Good.
I'm Dan Bodewine. I'm one of the owners, president, and CEO of DMF Bait Company. This is where it starts. We're gonna sit you down at this table. You're gonna put 3 worms into every cup as they go down the line. We're in the Metro Detroit area, automotive country. We're working on an assembly line. Allows us to get accuracy, quality, all at the same time.
Okay.
We're gonna sit Mike down and he's gonna be challenged with putting 3 worms in a cup. I think Mike's about to find out how challenging this really is.
How do you pick the 3 worms?
You use your eyes, my friend. Think about, as a fisherman, what worm would you want on the hook?
Well, I'm gonna sit down and take over someone's job. I'm extremely nervous because everyone looks really fast and I definitely have no idea what I'm doing. All right, so I gotta try to keep up with everybody here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. All right, you
let's
ready?
get started. All right. All right, the cups are going on the conveyor. The conveyor's starting. I really hope I can keep up. I'm kind of nervous.
We got to get moving here.
This is fast. This is so much harder than I think people think.
It's definitely a skilled trade.
So there's not only like accuracy with counting, but then there's speed with this too. 3 worms at a time seems easy, but only getting 3 worms at a time is actually kind of difficult because they're all wrapped up together. So by the time I figure out if I have 3 worms or not, that second cup is already coming down the line. And if I miss it, everyone's waiting for me.
So when you fall too far behind, grab a cup off the line. Grab that one.
I'm under a lot of pressure here. It's building up. I'm getting behind. I got to pull a cup off the line. Unfortunately, I'm not doing a good enough job.
Grab it. Pull it off. Pull it off. Pull it off. There you go.
Just pull it
Let's
off.
get your
Okay.
cup back up.
This is really hard. Who would have thought sorting worms was a stressful job?
Mike, I think it's best for you to be putting worm on a hook rather than in a cup.
I'm gonna appreciate these more when I'm fishing though, because now I know what goes into packing these. It just shows you how talented all these people are that do this. This part was hard, it was stressful. I give myself a C. I think I need to let the professionals do this job and move on to the next one.
We're ready to bring her back.
Is Mike done?
Yeah, Mike's done.
After Mike completed the first task, he is officially a bait packer, but not officially a bait packer because he didn't eat the worm like Dan did.
Eat it.
I'm not eating a worm. No way, are you kidding me? Some people kiss their fish, I think that's gross. This dude just put a worm in his mouth. That is definitely not happening. I can't believe you just did that. Hey Dan, I think there's food in the break room. That was so normal.
Stay tuned.
Okay, Mike, this is the bait changing area. Over here is Nolan. He's the other owner of DMF Bait Co.
Hey Nolan. Mike, welcome.
Hi, I'm Nolan, Vice President, DMF Bait Company.
Walking in, I looked around and there was just towers of styrofoam trays. Each one of those trays has about 500 worms in them. So there's tens of thousands of worms stacked up everywhere. So what are we doing here? This place looks a lot dirtier.
Yes, that's it. What we're doing here is we are separating the worm poop from fresh dirt. You see now this crusted looking black, rich.
I gotta touch this.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So this is worm poop.
This is worm poop. When we bring in the worms, it's in its Canadian soil, and the worms have since started to eat that all. So now it's time to change that out and then give them fresh bedding. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, I guess. So how do you do that shake? I want to make sure I don't fling these worms out.
Right off the top. There you go. Forceful.
Is that enough?
Well, it's gonna be. So,
I don't have the finesse.
no, not yet. Now, flip the whole box. Yep, flip it over, and just start collecting them. There you go.
That big.
Yep.
I feel like I gotta feel this though. There's nothing you can do to prepare yourself what it feels like to hold 500 worms at once in your hands.
Yeah, there you go.
This right here is a handful of worms, right here. That is the weirdest feeling.
Mike's using his hands, really get that feeling of what it's like to hold on to 100 to 200 worms at one time. Really a different feeling that you can't replicate in anything else.
Handling hundreds of worms at a time is like handling wet spaghetti that each noodle has a mind of its own.
This goes right on here?
Yep. Throw her on.
Do I push it or anything, or just?
It'll push itself.
Okay.
And then scrape your stuff. And now you're ready for your next one. Now that's a big, heavy one. Let's see if you've started to get the finesse. Be forceful against that wall. There you go. Do it again. There you go.
This part of the job is a little slower paced. Everybody's not really waiting on me as much. I kind of like this a little bit better.
There you go. Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah, you are getting the hang of this.
As a fisherman, worms aren't different to me, but a handful of them are definitely different. This is awesome. I'd shake your hand and thank you, but
hey, I'm not too worried about it. Well, it took Mike to get his hands in there to finally get the hang of this. He's right up there with the rest, and I think will fit right in anytime he wants to come flip flats.
Well, I passed the flipping trays test. So now on to the next step. We're gonna go learn about how these worms get to the end customer.
So hey Mike, you've done the first two jobs. If we have a finished product right here, and it's got to go on a truck to eventually go to the customers. First step is take the boxes, feed the line.
Okay.
Remember, if you go slow, the entire process goes slow. Trust me, you don't want to be the bottleneck,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, is the clock starting?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
It already started like 30 seconds
Okay,
ago. Yeah.
so just like that?
Yeah, like that, yep.
Okay.
But
Nice.
faster.
So Chris thinks that this is gonna be the hardest challenge because there's labor involved. Little does he know, I grew up in this environment loading trucks with my family's business in the wholesale food industry. So I'm right at home right here. I'm a little bit more comfortable than he thinks. Yeah, this is it. This is easy. I'm not digging through worms. It's kind of like working in my dad's warehouse when I was a kid too. Just loading boxes all day. How am I doing speed-wise?
Actually, fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing really good.
This is the easy part.
You know, Mike's doing pretty good. He is going kind of fast. If he drops one of these boxes, he's going to be playing 10,000 pickup off the floor.
All right, so what do I do next?
Okay, the next step is we take these water jugs and we freeze them so it's an ice brick. You need to take these and put these in the boxes.
Do they slide right in?
They slide right in, yes.
Okay, I got this. I feel like this is the part that I can actually keep up with. Holding 8-pound frozen jugs over and over does wear your shoulders out pretty quick, but at least my hands aren't covered in worm poop in this one, and it's something that I felt comfortable doing. I'm definitely starting to feel it in my shoulders though, lifting these, these probably weigh like what, 5-6 pounds?
8 pounds, yeah.
8 pounds?
8 pounds, and you do this over and over and over.
Yeah, lifting 8 pounds
Yep,
over
exactly.
and over.
It is
You gotta switch sides
It is
after a
a
while.
fantastic workout, yeah. Mike is doing a good job as far as keeping up with putting the ice in the boxes. So let's see how he does as far as putting the boxes in the truck.
Looks like this one's going to Louisiana. There's New Jersey.
Mike was at the end of the line and he started looking at labels and realized that each state is pretty well represented as far as where a product is going. On any given day, we can fill up 7 semi-trucks full of live bait.
That's such a cool thing.
Yeah,
like,
it is so cool.
Like as you're packaging them up, you can be like, all right, buy worms, have fun in New Jersey, have fun in Texas. Some fisherman in Indiana is getting these tomorrow.
Yep, exactly, yep.
It makes it a lot more personal when you see all the different cities and states on these boxes, because you know that someone somewhere are buying these worms with their family. They're gonna go make some memories of maybe their first fish they ever caught. Kind of reminds me why I do what I do and why these guys do what they do. Chris has one more surprise to show me that he said will really tie this whole thing together, so let's go check it out.
Last thing I want to show you, and this is kind of special to me and everyone else here at DMF Bait, is this mural.
Okay.
This mural here is really special. My mom painted this back in 1996.
Yeah.
And it's special to everyone here at DMF Bait because she captured a lot of the people who are figures for this company.
Yeah, like the key people that made this all happen.
Yeah, exactly. So over here you have my dad swinging the golf club, and then Dan on the left and myself on the right. My mom, I guess, knew that you were gonna come here in 2023 because she did do a bass watch.
Yeah, that is definitely one heck of a bass squatch.
Yes.
You can definitely tell with how much work and thought your mom put in this mural that she wanted to encompass the whole family feel. So this definitely shows like what I learned today with all the family feel that goes into everything, all the hard work that goes into everything, and how all of you guys kind of treat each other like family.
Yes.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a fish out of water, and I have a whole new appreciation for the work that goes into getting those worms in those cups for sure. Thank you very much for showing me your world, though. I had a great time. And make sure you guys check out DMFBaits.com. Go to your local retailer, grab a cup of these worms, and you'll see the pride that goes into these. The worms are gonna be fresh, the drones can be fresh, and I might have packed them for you. So go get some worms, get some fish, guys.
Are there advantages to keeping like a company like this, you know, within the family? Like, do you guys? No.
On the next episode of the Basquatch Hunter, Fish Out of Water.
Yeah, I'm Jerry Beck from DCT Power Sports, based out of here in Lafayette, Indiana.
Have you ever fished before at all?
It's been a hot minute.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared, intimidated, and excited all at the same time.
I can't wait to watch him do this.
This is about to be the most amazing moment of my life.
Want to be featured on the show? Go to BasquatchHunter.com to tell us why.
Don't miss the Basquatch Hunter, Fish Out of Water, on the Discovery Channel, the Pursuit Channel, and online everywhere. BasquatchHunter.com.